I noticed that the Indian captain was not sitting next to the Pakistan captain. Surya was trying to get to the backside of the conference room, and when Salman Aga shook his hand, well, people who would normally tease you for watching Pakistani dramas on YouTube, those are the same sort of people now making the request that can we get tickets for the India-Pakistan match. The famous match between England and Argentina in the 1986 World Cup was played after the war that was fought between England and Argentina.
Right, we're just days away from that big India versus Pakistan clash at the Asia Cup, and it has a lot of context simply because that it's coming in the aftermath of what happened in Pahalgam after that, followed by Operation Sindoor, and plenty of action, even though we've got still about 5 odd days to go for that game, but a lot of action happening in Dubai. And joining us live from Dubai, Rituraj Borkakoty. He's the sports editor of Khaleej Time and a dear friend. Rituraj, firstly, thank you so much for speaking to us here on Sports Today. Plenty of action there, I believe, in Dubai. First things first, I mean, there's this visual that's really going viral of the two captains actually shaking hands, and that's not gone down well with a lot of Indian fans. Why is that Suryakumar Yadav is shaking Salman's hand there at that pre-tournament captain's press conference? But other than that, what did you make of that first day when the two teams and the two captains, in fact, came face to face?
Thank you so much, first of all, Nikhil, for inviting me on your show. Yeah, so I was at the press conference today at the Dubai International Stadium. It appeared to be a very normal press conference for me. Pre-event press conference, they had all the captains. The trophy was unveiled by Mr. Mohsin Naqvi, the Asian Cricket Council president, and a big number of journalists already arriving, mostly from India that I saw. Very few from Pakistan, many more from Bangladesh than from Pakistan. Very few from Sri Lanka as well. But if you talk about the captains, and I saw a very cordial press conference actually. So I noticed that the Indian captain was not sitting next to the Pakistan captain, because Rashid, the Afghanistan captain, was sitting between Suryakumar Yadav and Salman Aga, the Pakistan captain. I really don't think that we should make too much out of it, because there was a very brief moment after that press conference was over, as the captains were leaving the stage, and Surya was trying to get to the backside of the conference room, and when Salman Aga shook his hands, and it was a very cordial, very brief, fleeting moment. They were not like exchanging. I don't think they really had a nice chat normally that captains do or the players do when they meet at events like this. Didn't see that. I saw videos of it as well, and I have heard about the reactions from people on social media, and I'm quite surprised actually that what else you were expected to do. I mean, you are meeting a player that you are going to play, a captain of the opposition team in a few days' time, and no matter what the situation is of the two countries, you are actually playing an international event. And if you're playing an international event, and if you are attending a press conference, an official press conference, and you have to be at your best, even while representing India, and same for the Pakistan captain, and same for every captain representing their countries.
Rituraj, do you think you mentioned that Rashid is sitting there between the two captains? Do you think that was by design, or it was just a coincidence, or did they really want to keep the two captains away from each other?
Well, that's what struck me as well. Yeah. So yeah, I tried to speak to somebody from the Emirates Cricket Board, but they are only, or organizing it. They are not the host. So they had refused to say anything officially, but they just told me that they have been asked to to keep the two captains separate. So that's why maybe it was arranged in a way that
Mm.
Rashid Khan was in between Suryakumar Yadav and Salman Agha.
I believe that before the press conference started, I think the media manager came and said that try and keep your questions limited to cricket and don't get into controversy, especially of the political kind. What did you make of that? As a journalist who was present there, and yet there was a question that was asked, about the how would you control tempers, and then I think Suryakumar Yadav responded.
Temper, sir. Aggression is always there on the field when we take the field, and without aggression, I don't think you can play this sport. And I'm sure I'm very excited to take the field on from tomorrow.
What did you make of his response to?
First of all, I thought it was reasonable to be asking journalists not to ask
Mm,
questions, anything other than cricket, which I thought personally it made sense, because you know how things could turn up. You say something, and we should not forget that, these are young people playing for their countries, like.
mm,
And they should not be made to go through a situation where they are responsible for what their respective countries have to do or are doing on a diplomatic front, because they are, at the end of the day, are just athletes trying to do their best for their country. So I thought it was reasonable for the media manager to be asking the journalists to be restricting their questions to only cricket or the Asia Cup. And in terms of response to the question, yeah, eventually, but again, the question was again restricted to cricket.
mm,
That given the circumstances, given what happened between the two countries only a few months ago, that reflect in the way that some of the players may get carried away, because any India Pakistan match, even in normal times, can evoke a lot of emotion, a lot of passion, not just for the
mm,
fans, for the spectators, or for the public of the entire two countries, but for the players themselves. So yeah, so a journalist from Pakistan, a very senior journalist from Pakistan, asked the question, which I thought was a legitimate question as well. And Surya said that, a little bit of aggression here and there is always there. And, in terms of, he didn't really mean that, that
mm.
he enforces that sort of attitude, or, that body language from his players. But, you know, like, when a match situation, and if it's India, Pakistan especially, so there could be emotions that we cannot deny that.
Mm. Rudraj, tell me now the other thing. I don't know. We are hearing reports that that buzz is missing. A lot of Indian cricket lovers, even if they reside in Dubai, who would usually watch an India Pakistan game, it's chock a block, they will refrain from watching it. Is that true? Are tickets still available, or is it still the same kind of demand, or has the nationalism that we see is only restricted to social media, and come the cricket game, fans will turn up? What do you reckon?
I still believe it will be a packed stadium, but officially, Emirates Cricket Board is always tight-lipped
Mm,
on these matters. So normally, what happens whenever India and Pakistan, and funnily enough, whenever UAE have hosted these events, it's always because, if you remember the last few years at least,
mm,
India is not able to host a certain event due to tensions with Pakistan or due to COVID, and those events have always come to the UAE. And India Pakistan tickets, just like in any other country, whether it is in England or Australia, were sold out in no time. But we haven't heard any official statements this time from the Emirates Cricket Board about the status of the India Pakistan match tickets for this Sunday.
mm,
Uh, but yeah, but I can tell you for a fact that people are interested in watching this match. A lot
mm,
of, at least the Indians that I know of, because they believe that if you're a journalist, you have access to tickets, which is not entirely true, as you know.
mm,
They always request. I have already got a few requests, and some funny requests as well. People who would normally tease you for watching Pakistani dramas on YouTube. That's not banned, by the way, in Pakistan. Oh, sorry, in Dubai, because we live here. So we often get, teased by some of our Indian friends and colleagues for some of us who love to watch Pakistani series. But those are the same sort of people now making the request that can we get tickets for the India-Pakistan match, which I found it really funny.
That's very interesting. So the same people who criticize you for watching Pakistani serials are now the ones asking you for an
This
India
is
Pakistan.
this is exactly what has happened. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. That's really interesting to know. So
And
maybe,
these are the
maybe
same people who always, request you for tickets as well whenever there is an India-Pakistan match in
we'll
Dubai.
have to wait and watch, because at the moment what I'm seeing, Rituraj, a lot of people are writing into us as well on social media that no, we're not going to be watching this match, and let's see if the television numbers suggest that or not. But what you say is also very interesting, that they will not watch listen to Pakistani music or serials, but cricket match, the same Indian fans who wear their nationalism with a lot of pride are saying no, cricket match. Do you get a feeling, maybe for some, I don't know whether it's right or wrong, but for those, it's a way of beating Pakistan on the cricket field is like an extension of beating them in Operation Sindhu. Do you sense that, or are fans able to keep both these things and look at them differently?
Well, it's a tough question. I haven't
Hmm,
spoken to fans in terms of or people. Normally, I do a lot of fan stories before
hmm,
this sort of matches because I love talking to fans. I love trying to
hmm,
get the human stories behind sports events, especially when in high voltage matches like India Pakistan. But personally, I haven't met people who have spoken in terms of, we have to beat them, we have to do this, we have to do that. And we not just because they believe that, Operation Sindoor was a success or whatever. I mean, I'm not an expert on that.
yeah.
They believe that we should continue that. If they believe that we on the cricket match, it's up to them. But again, if you look at it from a sports perspective, Pakistan team, maybe India is at the moment far too strong. For Pakistan, you never know what can happen in a T20 game.
Hmm,
Pakistan did play well and beat a very good Afghanistan team recently in the Tri-Series final. So it's a team that we cannot afford to take lightly in terms of cricket alone. I believe that Pakistan is capable of more than capable of putting up a good fight against this Indian team. But in terms of passions, in terms of emotions, in terms of what we should never forget, the famous match between England and Argentina in the 1986 World Cup
hmm,
was played after the war that was fought between England and Argentina. And I've read Maradona's book, and he said that everyone in the Argentina team knew somebody who had lost somebody in that war because Argentina was beaten badly by England. So they
hmm,
had something to prove. Those that hand of God and that magical second goal that the world will talk about until the end of time. So
yeah.
that was the spark that Maradona needed for those moments and to beat England on the field of play, in terms of getting back on England. So this time, these things we cannot deny that
Hmm.
this sort of emotions will in the sports will that nationalistic passion, that emotion. If iconic players are not above it, then of course we are just normal human beings.
Okay, Ritu, thank you so much taking our time, giving us a perspective. You're
Thank you.
there in the thick of action. So we
Yeah.
look forward to reading all your reports in Khaleej Time, even though we don't get the paper here, but we do get the online version
Mm.
in India. We'll do that. You have a good tournament. Hopefully, by the time the tournament gets into its business end, I'll be there joining you in
Would love
Dubai.
to
Thank
meet you.
you.
Yeah, definitely love to see you here. Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks, Ritu.
Thank you.